Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more of The Expanse. This is Season 2, Episode 11, and last time we found out that Ganymede is in the process of cascading. Prax said that the station's already dying, but they're off to find his daughter and another guy's daughter, Katoa. Yeah, it's interesting to see how everything's working out in Ganymede. And in the meantime, Bobbie escaped so that she could take a look at the ocean. She learned to empathize a little bit more with Earthers. And yeah, Christian was able to get to her, show her what was really happening. Aaron Wright gave her the information necessary and showed her the man in the without the vac suit. Some protomolecule weapon that was being developed by Jules Pierre Mao. So yeah, it was one of my favorite episodes. It was just really fascinating to watch. Bobbie learn more about this world. We got to learn more about the world, and then that I'll never forget the look of the horizon on her eyes. Very beautiful. But yeah, I'm excited to continue. This series just keeps getting better and better, and yeah, let's go. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below, and we're also 1 week ahead over there as well. And let's get started.
You didn't even try to stop me from bashing that kid's head in.
You've taught me a lot about futility.
I think I just beat you to it.
Protomolecule turned an asteroid into a missile. If we can prevent it from doing something worse, I don't mind bashing some assholes head in.
So has Holden changed, or have the stakes just gotten higher?
What's down there?
Nothing. Most of the original Foundation tunnels were abandoned decades ago. No one lives there.
AKA easy to use.
But it doesn't mean they can't.
Easy to build a secret base.
You need to be ready in case
In case we don't find her? Look, you haven't lost a child.
Yes, I have. My baby boy was taken from me. And I tried to find him, and I failed. It took me a very long time to understand that it wasn't my fault.
Would you have listened to anyone who was telling you what you're telling me now?
No.
Why didn't you tell me what really happened? I just want to help.
You were told what you needed to know, and you've helped. Quite enough already.
You all lied about Travis. You've been lying to me this whole time.
That's what's bothering you. That's what's bothering you? All you can think about is your peace of mind. Your whole generation is soft. You're spoiled. I remember we had drill raids, and you won't be going back to parade, Bobbie, because you don't follow orders, and a soldier follows orders.
I'm so pissed. I'm honest. I don't know. I can't articulate what I've.
Martian's not backing out, sir. They're staying right.
What if we cannibalize the shielding from one to reinforce the other? Lower orbit, drop the probe from there, reduce the time of flight to surface. I bet that gets the job done.
We're in uncharted waters. It's worth the risk.
What's the alternative? Do nothing.
You know what sailors used to say when their ships went past the end of their maps?
Time for a new map.
Here there be dragons.
Here there be dragons. Transports here. I don't want her to be done here. This is not how her story ends.
What's happening?
In reverse course.
We just received an emergency flash from the UN. Apparently they got wind of an OPA plot to bomb your transport. All traffic in or out of this airspace has been restricted until further notice.
Who sent the notification?
Came directly from Undersecretary Avasarella's office, sir.
There was no OPA bomb threat.
If I let up the engine, may as well put a big frickin' bullseye on my back. Clumsy idiot.
So you don't turn on the engine. The ring gave him an idea. You don't turn on the engine, you just pretend you're debris. Yeah, ho. Now don't lose, go get your ring.
Go wider. Go wider. I said wider, show me the whole goddamn system.
I said what?
Okay. Plot a gravity assist trajectory down to Ganymede. No engine.
Gravity
just thrusters.
assist.
right, well, saddle up. Slingshot time.
Slingshot. He's gonna use gravity to like. Oh, it looked like it was like gonna go all over the place too. That's insane.
A butterfly will squeeze its way out of there soon. I was about your age. I saw one trying to get out, but it was having trouble. So I tried to help. And the butterfly came right out. But it couldn't fly. It was supposed to struggle. Squeezing its way out of that tight casing pushed fluid from its fat body into its wings. Don't you want to be able to fly one day?
I'm scared.
Pick up Caliban.
Come.
I want to know what really happened on Ganymede. And you're going to tell me.
We're done here.
I don't think she's done here.
What happened to my team?
You'll get a firing squad for this.
What killed my team?
Project Caliban. Show the field test.
A single unarmed version 1 hybrid easily defeated 6 UN Marines and then 4 Martian Marines equipped with the latest Goliath Mark.
The drone you were watching. You watched that thing slaughter my team. We were a goddamn sales demo.
It was for the good of Mars.
She wants to run like hell, but she has to pretend. Please don't get stopped by somebody. I was waiting for that guy's eyes to shift.
You there!
God!
Stop! Stop or we'll shoot! No, we're not authorized.
Not authorized? Good to hear.
Hurry! Halt! That's a direct order! Stop her! Stop!
Oh.
Marshal, you are on UN soil!
I am Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper, Martian Marine Corps. I am requesting political asylum on Earth.
Oh shit! Oh. Holy crap. Holy crap, this show.
Damn. That is a sight to behold.
It'd be cool to go to space one.
Switch the manual. Give me thrusters.
Oh fuck!
Shit! Out of the way! Out of the way! Out of the way! They can't see us, and we can't see them either. Let's say we remember that from now on.
Sergeant Draper, when I said I need your help, I didn't mean create a diplomatic incident.
Then you should have been more specific. The weapon's up for sale and Mars wants it. Badly. The peace talks, they were a delaying action to buy time. To complete the terms of the contract, I guess.
What?
This must be my lucky day.
Huh.
This is safe. Hey, this is fire. Okay?
He doesn't care about that.
Don't shoot us.
Don't shoot us. Don't stop pointing. Back.
Where's May?
Hold still. I'll fix you up.
He took a bullet for him.
How come I'm the one who always gets shot?
What was that?
The Eros experiment was never meant to be an attack on Earth, and I believe that you know that. If you truly have the best interests of Earth at heart, you will meet with me, and we will come to an accommodation. These are my conditions, and they are non-negotiable. We meet in person on a ship of my choosing, outside UN control. You will come with a limited escort. Don't refuse this offer.
So, what do you think?
Just a trap. Obviously.
Why do you pretend that you care about my opinion?
Indulge me.
That's a fucking trap.
Oh, you're so predictable.
And so are you.
Yeah.
All right, fine. It makes no sense that it's a trap, which is exactly why it has to be one.
She's in a cocoon.
Daughter.
Oh shit! Right back at you. He played the reverse card. You know, in Uno, the reverse card? What the hell is happening? What did you do? That look.
Probe telemetry is good.
Okay, we're in.
Oh, crap. How horrible would it be if, by throwing it back, he killed the kid?
The inner door closed automatically when the outer was breached. Something tore the shit out of this airlock.
How come you're always the one getting shot?
How the hell did you find us?
So then the Rossi and I, we... Anyways, I just decided to come on down and rescue y'all.
I'm not going with you.
What?
I'm going back to make sure the somnambulist is up and running. And I'm gonna help Melissa get as many people off this station as we can before it dies. I wanted to believe we could stop this. We can't.
Chief? I think you best come take a look at this.
Holy
Sure as hell seems like it's looking at us.
Suit up. We're going on a hunt.
A hunt. Holy crap. Alright. Wow. This show just keeps getting better and better. Alright guys, this show just keeps getting better and better. I'm super impressed. And as beautiful as Home was, this is right up there in terms of just emotional impact and like how invested I am in the story. To start with, like Dr. Strickland wasn't really what I expected. I thought he'd drug May and like knock her out and like carry her to the facility. I mean, instead he's manipulating the hell out of her, but he tries to keep her entertained and keep her spirits up, which, I mean, that's a special kind of messed up, right? Like he's not willing to get his hands dirty and like hurt her with his physical hands, but he's willing to experiment on her with alien biology. Like, I feel like if you can justify the latter, you could probably justify the former, right? And like making it feel like she was okay to come along, like talking her into it, it eases his conscience, but in a way that's like so much more nefarious, because like he's leading her somewhere that he knows she would never want to go. Yeah, there's just like people have these goals that they think are just, and they think any means are justified in getting to those goals, but at some point it becomes evil. And I actually do like the example he gave of the chrysalis and how the butterfly needs to break out of its cocoon by itself, because yeah, it's a beautiful analogy, but again, he's using it to make May do what he wants. It's really fitting, like the idea of revolution becoming something new, and then later with the cryo chamber, it literally was a cocoon making the kids gestate with the protomolecule within it. So yeah. Naomi says she's trying to protect Prax from like the worst possible outcome, but she seems to be going beyond that, honestly, like to the point where Prax feels like she's trying to dissuade him from trying to find his daughter. And he says that like he berates her like, you've never lost a child, but she finally admits to having a son. I think I guessed son at first in episode 4, and then I switched to daughter somewhere down the line, but it's apparently son. I think I first got an idea for the child back in episode 4, CQB. Like she told Amos she didn't even have a chance to say goodbye to somebody. And yeah, assuming she's telling the truth, I wonder if we'll get to learn about her son, the father, the son, how the son was taken from her, and whether or not that led to her time on the Canterbury, whether or not that was the reason she left the OPA. There are a lot of details there that could make it for really compelling storylines. And yeah, then we have Colonel Janus, or Enos, and Iturbi dropping probes down onto Venus and like failing until Iturbi has the idea to drop them from lower in the atmosphere and also use the plating of one of the probes to boost the other one. I thought that was a really cool idea. Yeah, it winds up getting through, and they see the protomolecule, the crash from Eros, is alive and well. So maybe there's a little tiny bit of hope for Julian Miller still alive in there. Maybe. Probably not, but it'd be funny. Meanwhile, on Earth, Aaron Wright knows he will eventually be scapegoated for Eros, especially if Jules Pierre Mao is not found. And this is without Christian even telling anyone that, yeah, like he's responsible for a lot of this. He worked with Jules Pierre Mao on this project. So I don't know if he seems resigned to his fate or if he's just playing along just yet, but we'll see. And then we have the 3 most exciting parts of this episode. First, I'll talk about Bobbie's story. It's super fun and compelling. She keeps pushing for answers, and Martin's like chews her out for escaping to see the ocean, dismisses her from being a soldier because she wants the truth, and says she can't follow orders, and yeah, tells her to get ready for transport. And he also says, like, what the heck is the older generation's obsession with calling the younger generation soft? Like, especially in situations when they're in the wrong. Like, apparently she's soft because she won't accept the lies that are fed to her and wants to dig for the truth. I wouldn't call that soft at all. That's the opposite. And she's soft because she refuses to let Travis take the fall for something that wasn't his fault. There's a sense of justice there. There's a sense of... And, like... It's... And okay, his argument is that she's soft because she has a guilty conscience. Except, no, she doesn't. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. She doesn't feel guilty for anything. She's just trying to get to the bottom of all this. And, like, he's gaslighting her as much as he can. It's disgusting. But honestly, with the way that conversation went, with how far he went, I'm surprised he agreed to see her later, like, in person, by himself. It was clearly going to get violent. And, yeah, I mean... Some people, I mean, I guess I could also be considered soft, according to him, like, because I don't think I could cut it in the military for a variety of reasons. And surprisingly enough, like, the violence and, like, the physical toll aren't at the top of those list of reasons. Like, first of all, I don't agree with 99% of the US's military actions. Like, hundreds of thousands of innocent people dying, people of color in other countries, we just bomb the heck out of them. Literally hundreds of thousands since the war on terror, and we overthrow governments and leave countries in shambles. Like we depose leaders and then we leave it open for people to like grab power, and it's not necessarily people who have the interest of the people at heart. Yeah, anyway. Secondly, I hate following orders. I knew from a very, very young age that I didn't want to do like a 9-to-5 job just because I did not want to take direction from people. It's not like, if there's somebody who can show me a better way of doing something, I'm on board. But if you don't know what's going on and you're still like telling me what to do, that is the worst. And when I did that type of work, the 9-to-5 job, it was infuriating. Like, if it's a big corporation, they don't recognize individual effort and achievement There's no room for individuality in most cases. There are some exceptions probably. I don't know of them, but there are probably exceptions. You're just a cog in a machine. And yeah, when I worked in a big corporation, I had like 5 people who considered themselves my managers, and each of them would tell me a different way to do the same task. And I couldn't argue. Like, I can't be like, oh, actually he told me, like, no, like, they want to be the one to be listened to because they want to be the ones in power. And so I would have to like switch what I'm doing or the way I'm doing things each time one of them saw me doing. It was exhausting. And then like sometimes things are better if it's a small business, but there are also many things that can go horribly wrong if you have a bad boss. You can get micromanaged. You can be people can abuse their power. They can get you to work longer hours because yeah, it's a small business. Put in the work and you can get like better. You'll be part of like building something bigger. They'll use things like the love of the job to like push you to do things that you're not comfortable with. And may possibly some places even withhold like pay. It's ridiculous. There are some great bosses in small businesses, and if I wanted to go find another 9-to-5, it would probably be for that. Like try to find a good boss. That's the most important thing. And yeah, I just even on YouTube recently, like sometimes there will be people who should be like, you shouldn't talk about this, and I'm just like, I need to do things the way I need to do them. And it comes from just being told what to do as a child so much. No freedom, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I couldn't hack it in the military for those reasons. So I could be considered soft. And I wouldn't be able to stand this kind of thing either with the thing that Bobbie's going through. If you guys know D&D alignments, it's like the lawful, neutral, lawful good, lawful bad or evil. I don't remember what the exact wording is. And then there's like neutral something, and then there's chaotic evil, chaotic neutral, chaotic good. I am in the chaotic good kind of thing. Basically, I decide what laws to follow based on my own personal moral values. Like for instance, I'm gonna out an acquaintance of mine. I don't consider them a friend. So R. Kelly, he made a statement many years ago where someone was asking like, oh, do you like young girls? And he's like, how young? And I'm just like, that's so disgusting of an answer, because like he's clearly shouldn't be around anybody even like 10 years younger, and he's like going for people like literal kids. And my friend was just like, oh yeah, like why would that's there's nothing wrong with that answer, asking, oh, like how young do you mean? I'm just like, because like his point was that the only thing stopping him from going lower would be the law, and I'm just like, have some. I feel like the law is necessary in some cases because, without them, some people will literally do all the wrong stuff because of if there's no fear of consequences, they'll just commit crimes. But on the other hand, I'm just like, the law shouldn't dictate like what your moral values are. You should hold your moral values to a higher standard than the laws. And then there are laws that are completely like horrible for our society, like the crime bill, like just sending people to jail, 3 counts of possession of marijuana and you're in jail for life. Like what kind of law is that? Like, anyway, I'm getting off into like a huge tangent, but I'm just like, I am chaotic good. I've taken the D&D alignment thing, so I'm chaotic good. I am not I really like going against the status quo if it means doing good. My father is lawful neutral. He doesn't really care about, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is why all the reasons I would not work well in the military. And I totally understand Bobbie's impulse to go off on Martin's. And then we have another very cool part of the episode. Christian reports a bomb threat to stop the transport from coming in, and it's just like so sneaky. I'm surprised like anybody bought that though. I mean, of course, once you get the warning, you have to turn the transport around just in case. But if I was a Martian, I would be like, this is some bull. But Bobbie comes into Martin's office to get the real truth out of him, And when he doesn't comply, she attacks him, and he spills the Caliban project, that Ganymede was a weapons test for the proto-molecule soldiers. Yeah, so she feels justified in like breaking out, and her sneaking out the embassy was super fun to watch. First she calls a guard so she can get the door open again and knocks him out, and she starts walking out of the building, and I'm constantly worried that someone is going to see her bloody hand, but she gets out of the building and starts running like hell, and one of the Martians was like, shoot her down, and we don't have clearance to do that. That was really funny. And then yeah, she makes it across the border. I mean, that was just such a powerful moment, like just requesting political asylum from a nation she hated so much as just a few weeks ago. She was ready to go to war against Earth, and who would have thunk it? And just she was literally crossing sides, changing sides in this. It was amazing. But then another part of this episode I loved with Alex realizing that, yeah, like Ganymede is locked down. He can't use his engine, so he freaking maps out a crazy trajectory using the gravitational pull of several moons to slingshot his way onto Ganymede, which is just absolutely ridiculous and so cool. I thought it was really funny that he forgot you might like run into other ships at this point though, and like his panic was so honestly kind of amusing. But yeah, he heroed his way down to Ganymede to pick everyone up. That was super cool. And yeah, this is definitely his calling, piloting this ship. Like, it was always his dream to fly something like this, and now he's doing it. And he's so connected to the Rossi that he refers to him and the Rossi as we. This is the show's true love story for sure. And then we have the group on Ganymede making their way through the tunnels. And Praxis' actor really sells how Prax has like zero experience with guns. Everybody walks up to the door with their guns like pointed down, and I think Praxis is pointed directly at Holden's back. I was just like, and he clearly wasn't paying attention with the safety on and off thing. He just wanted to fire. And if you're gonna give him a gun, at least give him a few more pointers than like safety on and off and like don't shoot us. It's really funny. But they continue through the tunnels and find like constant breadcrumbs showing that May is nearby, or followed this path. And that standoff once they reach the scientists and guards was really funny. And then the grenade. I don't know what made it so funny for me. I've seen this kind of thing before where they're like to pick up the grenade and throw it back, but the way Amos did it, I don't know, it was just like I could not stop thinking about the reverse card in Uno. I've actually never played Uno, but I know what the reverse card does, so it was just really funny. And yeah, seeing how much damage was caused by it when they went through the door, our heroes would most certainly be dead. It seemed like it was like the grenade let the proto-molecule hybrid out of the cage and it slaughtered everybody. That's what the sound was. I just couldn't pick up on it at first. I was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, that's what wound up happening. It ripped through the airlock. Yeah. And I forgot to touch on the fact that the frozen girl in the cryo chamber didn't look much like May. But it's still possible they already started the process on her. I'm hoping not. It's possible the proto-human they see out in space is her, and I really hope that's not it. I thought it was possible it was like a human/proto-molecule hybrid from like the very start, but I never once thought it was made from children. And Holden wants to freaking go hunting for it. I guess we should be glad it didn't come after Alex. Like, they wouldn't be able to open the door and let him in, and they'd have to watch helplessly as he got destroyed. So we got pretty lucky. I don't know, this seems like it's going to be really, really difficult to hunt down, though. Because the last one was able to kill 6 UN Marines, and it killed 3 Martian Marines and almost killed Gunny. So hopefully they're just like getting in the ship and trying to like gun it down. Though I don't know if that'll like draw people in, like Martian attention, unwanted Martian attention. But I really hope they don't do it on foot because they'll get destroyed. But yeah, Naomi chooses another path though. She wants to go, and I understand it completely. Like, some people need to think big picture, and other people actually need to look after the little guys. and that's what she's doing. I totally understand it. But yeah, this was an intense episode, right up there with Home. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is just great. Can't wait to watch more. There's two more episodes in this season. Cannot wait. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to check out the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And the next episode is up there too right now. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.